All right, and we are live. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, where we make prepping fun.
Hello,
And I,
everyone.
and I am so super excited to have my friend in with me this evening, Miss Christienah
In the house.
R from Christienah. Uh, all right, so let's welcome some folks that are in the chat already. Looks like Night Collector. There's only one number one. Night Collector, you're number one tonight, brother. Thank you for being here. And we have Karen. Hello, Karen. Welcome. I'm and she's already getting started. She said, "I'm in." And did you see my comment on the recall of White Castle frozen burger? I didn't see your comment, but I do know about the recall of White Castle. And I was like, "Daggum!" As soon as I buy some White Castle, but I bought the vegan stuff, so we're trying those. I ate those like 2 weeks ago. They didn't make me sick, so.
How are they contaminated?
Who knows? Who knows if anything is ever contaminated? Hello, Melody. She says, "Hi, kids." Internet is in and out. I think when I'm scrolling, let me see if I change my banner, what happens here. If I stop that, does this change the comments? Because I like the way the comments used to look. Oh, no. It's different. The comments used to be big. I think I changed something on the... I don't know what I changed, but I changed a whole bunch of stuff in this program. Oh, well, we'll just roll with it. Let's see. Who else is here? All right. Me, of course. And Karen gave me a thumbs up. Night Collector says, "Karen, there's a recall. After recall, it seems. Maybe Big Brother stocking up on supplies." Maybe we'll talk about some of that tonight. I have some other theories about it, but I keep it to myself. It will make lots of people bad, so I'll stay quiet. Well, you know, on this channel, we tend to make people a little upset sometimes. Oh well. So if you're here for the first time, welcome. And on Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, we try to make this a family. Christienah, are you family?
Totally family. All in.
So we're all family here on Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. I appreciate you for coming in with me tonight, Christienah.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Always so much fun. I saw you finally figured out what kind of basic topics you want to talk about.
Well, you know, that's always going to be the basic topics: food shortage, food crisis, French fry shortage. I mean, you know, we can talk about those all night.
Look, I'm already scheduled to go to the grocery store tomorrow, and I'm going to get a bag of potatoes. Planted some a couple days ago, too.
Did you? I was shopping today, and, you know, surprisingly, potatoes are still relatively cheap around here. I think a 10-pound bag, $3, some change. Yeah, $3 some change. So, yeah,
$4,
yeah, you're not really seeing it on the prices yet. And I really believe that this is the beginning of what's to come, you know.
I think a lot of people are worried, and rightfully so. But you know, I've got a friend that actually works at the Kroger that we have in our area, and so far he's talking about how much stock they have right now. But I mean, your words are ringing in my ears about how they're full now, but we'll see what it's like after Christmas, you know. But what he also said was that they are on a skeleton crew, like, you know, where they might have had 3 lead managers, now they have 2. I mean, it's just less and less workers there and more work to do.
And I've noticed by going into stores, I'm seeing that a lot. Except when I was in Walmart the other day, I did a video in Walmart, and I was shocked because it was like people on every aisle stocking. So I was shocked to see so many people, workers in Walmart, but everywhere else I'm going, it's like a skeleton crew. And I think that a lot of these companies are feeling the pinch. And the first people that, you know, the first line of defense is cut people hours, which is sad, you know.
You usually see that when there's some kind of economic problem. You know, they've had seasonal sales are down, you know, and I don't know. It just seems to me like if they feel like they're going to have less money coming in, and there are lots of stores closing their doors, and then we've got several bank runs that's been happening in Hong Kong, Italy, and some in America. It might be just a sign of what is really we're getting the tip of the iceberg of.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, what have you been up to? We haven't talked and chatted we haven't chatted publicly in 3-4 weeks. You don't have to tell your personal business.
Well, I have a suitor. I've been a little preoccupied, and I knew I was gonna get called on it. But he's really a nice guy. But I definitely getting back to work.
Yeah. The Thanksgiving holiday it's amazing when you're on this platform. The Thanksgiving holiday just kind of took us for, even though I knew it was coming, it just kind of disrupted everything.
It really did.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting all that.
I saw people I hadn't seen in over 20 years.
Really?
Yeah. People I grew up with, family, friends. We all, man, it's the amount of walking, the amount of talking. I just felt like going in my snail shell for a little while.
Of course. All right, so let's get into the topics. And you said that you had some things that you could always come up with some topics. So what were some of the things that you came up with today? I knew you would. You're so awesome.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, my favorite topic right now, as far as what's going on, is that there's supposed to be a pulse coming in from some kind of supernova tomorrow, and they were.
Oh really?
Yes, and so it's supposed to be one of many coming in, and so we're kind of looking to see what happens. But when that volcano in New Zealand went off, it was kind of like, okay, we're going to be able to start seeing what can happen. So you can have any range of chemical plant explosions to grid issues, internet issues, just so I'm actually kind of interested in seeing what happens with that, at least, because it could be really serious. Right. Because we've already got something coming at us because we're in a binary solar system like every other solar system is, but now, you don't think about
what is this I hear about a super planet or something disrupting the system or something? I mean, I saw some about it, and I was like, when I get a chance to ask Christienah, I know she's going to know. So what is that all about?
Oh, well, it was documented by our ancient ancestors, but nobody believed them until the scientists finally caught up with the science of the fact that every other solar system is binary, meaning that there are two solar systems rotating in kind of an 8, just to, once in a while, the planets will get close to each other, and at other times they're further apart. But every other solar system is a part of a binary. So it turned out, yeah, we are too. The problem is that the planet or bodies that are in the joining solar system is a magnetic one. It's really huge. It's got these moons around it, debris coming in front of it. It's just crazy. But what it's doing is that's part of what's warping our magnetosphere, which is letting in all kinds of radiation. And it's even causing, I mean, you look at all the civil unrest we've got all over the world. It's because what happens is this radiation, these particles, they come into the core. It puts more pressure on the core because it's expanding, and there's, it's pushing on the next layer, which is the mantle. But the mantle's already getting pressure from space, so it starts letting off a tone. And depending on this frequency, it can affect our behavior. It can cause insect deaths, bird deaths, confusion, irritability, accidents at work, accidents on the road, rioting.
Okay. I mean, because we're all beings of energy anyway, and that, I mean, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense right there. When you have a disruption of whatever's around us, that it would affect us, and not only us, but all the species here on the planet. So that makes a lot of sense.
Right. Well, if you've got more pressure coming to the mantle, and that's and then you think about the crust is right on top where we live. That
Right.
means that things are really starting to heat up. So you'll see those volcanoes going off. So when you look at New Zealand and Australia right now, I mean, yeah, they're in the ring of fire, but you can tell their water's definitely really heating up because they're attracting these amazing hurricanes. They're catching on fire. Their crops are failing. I mean, it's been like that for a couple of years, but like it seems like this year it's been just like, wow, it's
Right.
God's back.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go to chat. Susan popped in. Hello, Susan. She says that a very large earthquake will hit Cali soon. I mean, that's always a possibility.
Well, it definitely is, but what I've always noticed is, well, it's not just noticed, it's actually a fact that West Texas is a volcanic region that is actually somehow connected to Southern California where those quakes are hitting. So
Okay.
when you see the quakes in West Texas, then you know that pressure is building in Southern California.
Okay. Now, what is your opinion about the fracking that we're doing? How is that affecting or not affecting the earth?
Well, anybody that has a father like I do that works in the chemical plant business, and grew up in an area, I would say that normally they'd be able to handle the flow. But if you've got everything about that is pressure, relief valves, and when you think about that pressure, if what you normally had was there allowed a positive flow. But if you add more pressure to that, then all of the holes in the ground start becoming more like relief areas of relief, and if in the cavities underneath there can become very unstable depending
Okay.
on what's underneath the ground. So I can say that there's always the chance that fracking is going to cause problems, but that does not mean that it is the sole reason, especially with what's going on right now.
Right.
I'd say it's just make the problem really a lot worse.
I was just about to say it's not helping.
Right. Not at all. But you're right.
Susan says the gases are leaking out of the ground.
Yes, they are.
They
are. You got to think about if there was something filling up a cavity and that is not there anymore, then, it really, you just got to think about what's underneath my feet. You've got to take up the computer and look and say, okay, search your area and say, what's underneath me? And then find out if you feel safe. If you feel like your area is stable, you got to look around and see if you've been seeing reports of gases coming up in sinkholes. You got to pay attention.
That's true.
She
also says she has many friends out in California. Well, yeah, I just couldn't. I don't think I could live in California, to be honest with you. It's too much out there that goes on for me. I mean, I know we live on the East Coast and we got hurricanes and we had an earthquake a few years ago, but California just seems like God doesn't like them.
I'm a Gulf of Mexico girl for life, as far as I know. I just love it here in the South. It's part of who I am.
Right. Okay. So Seeley 15 says there's been serious tension on this planet since 1492. That's a long time.
Since Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
In 1492.
Yeah, it turns out he's one of my great grandfathers.
Columbus is?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Wow.
It is, when you do a DNA test.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they give you all these matches and then all these documents and you go back so far.
Right. Well, that's interesting. Night Collector says California was great in the 60s and the 70s. Well, I can only imagine. I'm sure it was. Everything was great in the 60s and 70s because everybody was getting high. Yeah.
Man, you gotta know something was wrong with the hair they were wearing.
They were like, yeah, we're doing it.
And bell bottoms, come on.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. So what do you think? What is your prediction of what's going to happen with the food? I mean, because we keep getting reports that we're in a food shortage. We could at any time move into the food crisis and then move into famine. So from what you research, I know you're researching constantly, and I know you follow some folks that I definitely don't follow, and you sent me some things that just I was like, okay, Christina, I watched half of this and I can't watch the rest of it. So what are the reports that you're getting? Because I believe that we're going to see a ton of food in the grocery stores leading up to Christmas. After the first of the year, I think things are going to start dwindling down. What are you thinking?
Well, I think that's pretty much right. But see, the way that the magnetic pole reversal works is that you can have areas right next to each other having completely opposite weather, and it can just kind of flux and change. So it really, what I'm seeing is that next year is going to be as weak of a growing season as this last year has been. So, but I'm also seeing where deserts are primed to bloom. Absolutely. I think it was the Sahara wasn't that long ago was coated in snow, and Arizona was blooming flowers too. So, places that you might think weren't so good might actually start doing very, very well. And some places that were very lush might begin to go dry. So it's really just kind of a coin toss, but I don't see things getting any better. You're just going to have to get really creative and protective with the plants that you have.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that is the time to really get your growing skills up to par, and to start thinking about some kind of greenhouse and some alternate ways of growing and keeping moisture. Because if we start going through droughts, which is a strong possibility, it's going to make growing very, 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 very hard. So keep that in mind, family. Okay. Let's see what Melly says. She says weaker. Yep, the growing season will be weaker. I believe so. I mean, it was, and I wouldn't be on this so much if I was able. I mean, because for you guys that follow, y'all know I have a garden and I do a garden every year. This year it was extremely difficult. And when I say difficult, I mean I planted corn, which is usually very easy to grow. I mean, it's like the easiest. And anybody that's getting into gardening or farming, I'm always like, start with corn, because you can't kill corn. I mean, you throw it out there and it pretty much just does its own thing. It just grows. And I couldn't grow corn this year. I couldn't grow tomatoes. And those are my two staple crops that are easy. So that's why I'm on this food shortage thing so much. And I keep trying to tell you guys, hey, store up on food, and make sure.
You have to be more open-minded
right
to different crops, because your growing zone is probably changing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like right now, we're having a warm winter here compared to the last 2 years. Oh my goodness, it was so cold. We had ice all over everything.
Right.
But this year, I actually have my windows open the last few days. It'll dip down a little bit, but tonight, generally during the day, it's been in the 70s. Late.
And you guys are expected to be into the 80s, close to 80 tomorrow, right?
Probably. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. I just know it's supposed to be raining. I hope so.
Yeah, rain is always good. It rained here. It rained here last night and today. I was like, oh yes, good. But it's been unseasonably warm. As a matter of fact, I left out the house today. I didn't even have a jacket on. That's how warm it was.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't had a jacket on all day.
Yeah.
Not at all. It feels good though to at least, not have the heater on or whatever, just to kind of have that air coming in.
Oh yeah.
It might make some other people sick.
Right. That's true. And that's another thing, you leave out the house, you're expecting cold weather and it's warm, and then the next day it dips down into the 30s. That's like a couple days from now, they're talking about it's not going to get above like 30 degrees. It's going to be cold, So it's just, the weather is getting to be unpredictable. It really is.
Right. And that's what you have to start thinking about is, when you get those seeds, they may say, hey, you're in growing zone 9. You can plant these at this certain time of the year, but you're just going to have to use your own personal observation of your area, look around and say, okay, is this really the best time for me to put these seeds in the ground? You can put something else in there.
Yeah, that's true. And I think we're going to have to start growing a lot more food inside. I did that video a while back. I was like, you don't have a greenhouse, but you do. It's called your house. Your house is the greenhouse now, and we have to really get good at least starting our plants on the inside. And I think this is going to be the new norm for us.
Yeah.
I believe going out in the garden like I've been doing the last 3 years, throwing seed out there and things just grow. I think that time is. I don't want to say it's over. I think it's different now. I think it's changed.
Things are changing. And, when I talk about a binary solar system, okay, it's really an understandable concept of what kind of problems that we might have, but it doesn't account for anything else coming at us from any other direction in space or something that we're headed towards. It doesn't account for those other things.
Right.
So if we have an incoming piece of debris that's big enough, all bets are off on any predictions really of what's going to happen. It's just forget it.
Yeah.
If it's big enough to change our weather, and I'm just saying, you just do the best you can. The indoor thing is the best. And I mean, I know it sounds kind of lame, but Walmart has some pretty decently priced growing lights.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because I can't afford $150 grow light. That sucks a lot of energy.
So what do they run at Walmart?
Oh, I think it's like $10.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, if you have like one of those gray fixtures, usually they're in garages and you plug them in, silver. Anyway, just a fixture, and it's good to go. And I use it mostly in the winter if I have to bring any plants in. But this year I have a tarp.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and they don't cost that much, like electricity wise either.
Gotcha. All right, let's see what chat is talking about. Nicolette says, if anyone has not read the article or watched the video, this will give them some insight on a real SHTF. And you guys can check out that YouTube video right there. And Susan says, oh, it's darn cold here in North Carolina, and it's been cold from October to now. Too cold, really, for this time frame. And that's amazing because North Carolina is literally an hour down the road from me, and we are warm right now. And it was crazy because I was reporting and I was doing videos in September, August of how cold it was here in Virginia. And when it wasn't supposed to be as cold as it was in Virginia in August and September. And here it is December, and we're having days where I'm walking around in t-shirts with no jacket.
See, that is what presents the danger of when trees or certain things start budding.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you have that cold snap because wild weather, and so your fruit can literally wither on the vine. And I'm pretty sure that's biblical somewhere, but that's something that we're going to continue to see. And if some parts are having propane shortages, what the question really is still in my mind is, why is there a shortage, and is it going to reach my area? Right. And that is something I don't think anybody's really talked about.
Well, that's one thing I try to harp on is, get trees, because, and I believe this, and I could be wrong, and if I am, then hey, I'm wrong. But I believe the more trees you have, the more food you're going to be able to produce eventually, because the strong is going to survive.
That's right.
Just like me. I'd rather take my chances with my 7 peach trees than no tree or one tree, because a lot of people are like, oh, okay, I'll go get one tree. No, get as many trees as you can get, because, and I saw that this year. I have a really nice producing peach tree that's still in a pot, and it bloomed like crazy in the springtime. I was like, oh yes, we're about to have like hundreds of thousands of peaches. And we had a frost to come, and then we had a storm that came, and it blew all of my blooms off. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it did that for all of the trees. And that's why I went out this year, and I went from like 7 trees to 21 trees. And then when trees go on sale again, I'm going out and get me another 20 trees, because I will be the house that has all the trees.
Oh, I'm actually very envious of you, but at the same time, you're doing such a service, because with all the the pollutants in the air right now, and no telling what could happen to the air at any time. It's just good to have as many trees as possible, because they take in and filter more air than, just a regular plant. And I mean, what was this news article about Detroit? Some kind of holding facility partially collapsed a bunch of uranium into the Detroit River.
Oh,
and it's
God.
heading down into all the, like, it's heading south into the,
It's flowing down.
rivers. Yeah, it's going south.
Wow.
Uranium, as if Michigan's water wasn't bad enough.
Right.
But,
wow. I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
insane.
Right. So, I mean, you think about it, we're having collapses of things in the ground and having birds drop out of the sky. We've got some riots going on. It really is amazing how the science completely just explains so much of everything that's happening in our world.
Right. Wow. All right, let's check on chat. I want to make sure we keep up with that. Yikes knife. Yes, sadly. Fluorescent. She's talking about fluorescent lights. Okay. That's crazy, Susan says. All right, Terry D is here, and he says they aren't talking about this on the news, but a ton of people didn't get their SNAP EBT benefits this month. Oh, I'm going to definitely talk about that. Look on downreport.com, and there's been messed up since Friday. Okay, so I just heard the report that 700,000 people just got cut for their SNAP benefits. 700,000. And I know someone personally who is trying to apply, who has 4 children, and before she can get her application in, they denied her. It was like instant denial. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. But that's the times we're in right now. Grow some food, people. Grow some food. We say it all the time, but it's getting to the point where it's getting serious.
Well, I think the next thing to do is to make sure that you look around for people in your community that you can help. Now, I grow some things, and I traded an avocado tree for a local bee honey, which helps you fight your allergies, and if it's from your area.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to at least trade. I can't plant a tree anywhere, but I sure wouldn't mind trading one. I'll just grow.
They're so easy to start. I mean, you've seen my avocado trees. I mean, you can start one and have it growing and up and running in like 6 months.
Oh, easy. My dad brought me a very sad looking avocado tree. He just kind of thrown the seed in the pot, didn't even bury it, and then it was in the garage for a while, but I think I can save it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cool. Ooh, okay, let's see here. There's a geothermal greenhouse in Nebraska growing citrus. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. That was amazing. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. I think you sent me that article, didn't you?
Yep. And I mean, especially when you've got a colder atmosphere and you've got what's underneath you heating up, it's perfect. It's a perfect exchange, so that you might have a little more protection from the sun because you've got a cover and it's in the earth, but you've also got that natural heat coming up that you can really focus through the place. That's really genius.
And it was producing like crazy too.
Oh yeah, it was enough to make everybody jealous.
Yeah, it was really producing. So, so where are we? What is the hope? What is the help? I don't ever want to be a channel where we're just doom and gloom all the time. Where is the hope in the future, Christina? What do we need to do?
Well, you've got to get creative. You really, really do. You're going to have to understand that maybe growing in the ground isn't quite the way to go, considering how erratic the behavior is. You're going to have a place that has more climate control going on, whether it's your apartment, whether it's a greenhouse, whether it's a shed converted into something. You're going to have to do more vertical gardening, because that's really the challenge of a lot of people, is that they don't have the space. A lot of people are very, very strapped, but a lot of people know how to do it yourself. They love projects, and I think that where there's a will, there's a way, and that necessity is the mother of all invention. That's what I think. And the hope, I mean, it's like, knowledge is power. It's what you do with it.
Right.
that gives you the ability to move and forge ahead.
Right.
You
And
gotta have courage.
and we have to be kind of like our ancestors. When things change, we have to be willing to change with the changing times.
Well, adaptability.
Right. Terry D says, become self-sufficient. We have to stop depending so much. Stop depending so much on the government, on the church, on your neighbor, on your mother, on your father, on your sister, on your brother. Stop being so dependent and figure it out. Because I mean, and just imagine all this is going on, and we don't even have anything major happening. You throw something in there like something happens in the Middle East and gas goes up to $4 or $5 a gallon. Oh my gosh.
Something like that was going on recently. It was a big scare and big riots about it. You know, it's they've been fighting about that over the last month for sure. But you're right. It seems like we're in a bubbling cauldron that
Right.
at some point it's just going to take one spark to light it all off.
Yep. And people are so on edge right now. And
Yes.
I'm reminded, I'm thinking about all these shootings we keep hearing about. You know, people are on edge for
Oh yes,
some
they're
reason.
committing suicide,
Right.
Roderick. It's killing me to see that. You know, when I see one more person committing suicide, I'm like, you know, you ride that ship until the river runs dry, okay? You go until you can't go no more, all right? People have made it through much worse. We're strong as a human race. There's no reason to give up.
That's true.
It's just a little more challenging.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's gonna come.
that's true.
And that's one thing we have to.
It just might not
Well,
rise.
Well, you know, you think about it though, people's tensions with frequencies that are being let off should be agitated. They should be getting headaches. I mean, serious agitation. And so when you get an onslaught of all the news that we see going on, it's like it's not helping. You have to appoint yourself, even if it's 30 minutes a day, to just unplug, to just let yourself process, have your Calgon bath drawn, okay? Get your candles ready, get your favorite music, and just let go. You have to, or you're going to end up in the streets rioting and breaking things, and you've never thought of that before. You would have never thought you were capable. One day at a time.
Yeah, very, very true.
Be thankful for those you have around you. Always count your blessings.
Let's see here. What did Karen said? The spike just might be the fake impeachment. Oh
That
boy,
is such a distraction, man. I think it's just Bringley Brothers circus. That's all it is.
You know, I'm explaining to you guys the way Prepper Nurse One says it. The people in Washington D.C. It's like a quarter. You flip it, it's heads. You flip it, it's tails, but it's still a quarter. Okay. So, and if you think for 1 second that the people that are in power care about us, you got another thing coming. You're delusional. Okay. But yeah, I mean that's it's all distraction. And I don't know what the big distraction is, but you got to kind of back up and look from the outside in. Okay, they're doing all this news coverage of the impeachment. They're doing all this investigation. They're spending all these hours. What are they really doing? Because you know they're like, okay, we're doing this in your face, but what are they doing back here? And I'm gonna tell you one thing that I found out recently. Now all this stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to pass a law right here in my state.
Oh no.
That is going to outlaw all guns.
Oh no. See, that's how people get shot in Walmart, because nobody has any guns to defend themselves.
Yeah. And they snuck that in. I mean, and you know, I'm in the know. And they snuck that in. I mean,
they would have had to stuffed it in another bill somehow that's supposed to be for your own good.
Right, it's for your own good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always because we want to protect you. We're looking out for you.
Right, so we're looking out for you. Right. We're looking out for you for your best benefit.
I guess we're gonna have to become knife slingers.
Well, I got my slingshots ready.
Hey, that's a good tool to have. I'm not gonna lie.
That's my bow. Y'all saw me putting my bow together. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here. Melly says, chill out. Yes, just take a chill.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's 5 minutes every couple, 2 or 3 hours, just do some deep breathing. Drink you some high pH water.
Mm-hmm.
Flush your system and just chill out. Okay.
It's all about balance. I see my daughter 24/7. Okay, and we live in a pretty small place, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
And we love each other, and we might spend a lot of time together on this one subject, but we eventually have to separate and get away from each other. And it's like, yeah, it's cool that we're keeping our eye on things, but you also need to, put on something really funny, like a movie, just something to make you laugh. It's okay.
And that's why we try to have as much comic relief on here as possible, because we are always talking about serious subjects.
Yeah.
Food shortage is a serious subject. Okay. A lot of people are not taking it serious right now, but this is so serious. All it's going to take is I live in a city of 100,000 people. All it's going to take is one day. 10% of the city goes to the store and there's nothing. Oh my God. I can't even imagine what kind of civil unrest that would be.
Oh man. Look, I totally get when I think Harvey came through Houston, because Houston was closed down, sort of, we were kind of completely underwater, so you couldn't get a lot of the shipments from us across the country that you usually get, including gas. So it was within days that there were lines at the gas stations for a long way. So, it can hit any area, but, certain areas, I think that Houston is just one of those that if they get hit, it's going to hurt everybody.
Yeah, that's true. And plus a lot of our petroleum is coming from that area. As a matter of fact, when Harvey came through, our gas prices up here soared.
Mm-hmm.
They shot up when the refineries went down. So, all right, let's see what Night Collector said. Night Collector said, I think the future lies in teaching our kids the ways of our forefathers and self-reliance. I agree with you. If GSM does happen and lasts for decades, that stands for Grand Solar Minimum, and lasts for decades, life as it is will not continue. Today's kids will not last long. Yeah, because they're not going to be able to eat their telephone. If you see a kid nowadays, they're like this, and I'm around them all the time, and I'm like, "Hey, kid," and I call them their name, but I'm like, "Hey, kid, such and such," and I have to yell their name to get their attention because they're like this the whole time.
Oh, that's an adult too. You should, man. There are people I will not ride in the car with them, okay, because they think that they have two sets of eyes, one for their phone and one for the road. And it's like, I've even seen where not only were they swerving into the other lane with me in the car, but the car coming our way was doing the exact same thing. And finally at the end, they both get in their lane. I'm like, what is this madness? But yeah, nobody pays attention.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. We had an incident this weekend where, this guy was a drunk driver, but it can happen anywhere and anytime. Accidents happen so quickly and so fast. And once you see it, it's too late. You gotta when you're driving, you gotta be looking around all the time, checking for everything. That's why when I'm live with you guys, I got my phone up here, and I'll glance at y'all every now and then. But most time I'm looking out here, and then when I am reading, I'm reading where I'm seeing at the same time, because I love me some me.
It just seems like a lot to pay attention to lately.
Right. Hello, plant-based homestead prepper family. I am in Texas. Sorry I'm late. Had to do an errand for my landlord. I guess you were out there feeding the pigs and the sheep and the cows and stuff.
Hi, Linda.
Hey, Linda. Welcome. Melly says, panic. No, it's not time to panic.
Not quite yet.
It's time to learn some lessons before they happen. That this is the time of preparation. Okay.
Yeah,
And that's all being a prepper and being prepared is just being prepared for
that's
what's to come.
if you had, say, 3 big boxes of canned food, and this just it was just it starts right, and you're going to be thankful for each and every single can that you got. Some people, we might not be able to save much, but having anything is better than nothing.
I agree. And that's why I'm really doing this series on, prepping on $5 a week, because you'd be so surprised on what $5. And it's not so much the dollar amount, it's the amount of food that you can get with $5 if you're buying the right stuff.
Exactly. Well, Canada right now is talking about their food shortage in the mainstream media. They're saying like real soon that if you think the cost of food is bad now, that it's going to go up like 400% or something real soon in Canada.
Oh my gosh.
Their crops aren't doing so well either.
Yeah.
I imagine they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I imagine. And then I believe what's going to happen, and we're already starting to see it, where countries are going to stop shipping food.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When those shipments stop coming into the ports, I
Right.
think that's when everybody is going to really understand what's happening. But we've also got, I think there was a show called Seconds to Disaster, and explain it's never just one thing. It's a series, a chain of events that leads up to it. And so I did see an article about a lot of truckers are also losing their jobs. Stores are closing. Banks are getting, their issues again, like right
Right.
before 2008 happened, those kind of issues. But we know it's going to be worse this time. So, yeah, just what else are we supposed to expect, Roderick? You've got to keep your eye on the pulse. Something's not right. When those shipments stop coming, that's it.
Yep, that's true. And learn all you can now. Learn how to cook with fire. Learn how to start a fire. Learn how to cook with solar.
Learn how to cook, period.
Learn how to cook. There you go. Learn how to cook.
My mama could come out with some kind of cornstarch, some crackers, and I don't know, some green beans, and have some kind of freaking gourmet meal in about 30 minutes. Okay. But she had the ability to look at what she had and make it amazing. But yeah, people, they don't even know how to cook. They got raviolis in the can. They
Yep.
got their boxed pastas and their tuna helpers. You can make all that homemade.
That's true. All right, I'm flashing you guys' chat up on the screen. Melody says, I'm past panic. Homestead says, yes, preparation is key, and buy food that spreads a long time. Yes.
You know what I like? They got those Velveeta, but they got the little Velveeta slices that are individually wrapped in the box instead of opening the whole big old deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This little block, so you can just use a little bit at a time without ruining the rest. I like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Hi. I guess she's saying hi, Christienah. I, Christienah, have Roger. No, I had to close the gate. He got it fixed. Bringing the mail. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know you said you weren't gonna be feeding any large animals, so I was just picking with you. Yes, we have stopped shipping some foods. I knew that.
Didn't Australia have some wheat issues with their crop issues?
I think I did hear something about them having some wheat issue. Christienah, that is why, of course, our ancestors and pioneers planted, garden, canned food, and such. Yeah, that's and it's funny because I was talking a few weeks ago. Our grandparents, they weren't called preppers. That was just a way of life. You had to store some food because you didn't know if the crops were going to grow this year. And when you had a good season of crop, you canned everything. You didn't waste anything. Yes, learn those skills, and yep, just learn how to cook. That's a great point right there. Learn how to cook. Canada has the potato shortage, beets and sugar beets, pretty much the same as the U.S. Okay, so you guys are going through the same thing. Canada's going through the same thing. Depression, ETA recipes.
Well, it's all good and fine if our ancestors knew how to do it. If we don't, well,
we eat trees.
Shame on you.
We have sugarcane shortage and rice and wheat. Wow. Okay. She said error. Yes, a domino effect. That is true. Linda Bishop. And I feel kind of like what the way Moses, I mean not Moses, but Noah must have felt when he kept saying it's going to rain, it's going to rain. He said he preached that sermon for like 120 years, and then finally one day it started raining. Fortunately for you guys, we are the Noahs who are saying, "Hey, something's going to happen." And the good thing about prepping, the best thing about prepping, is if nothing ever happens, guess what? You just eat the stuff that doesn't cost as much as it does later on. That's all. I mean, so it's like an investment. You buy a jar of peanut butter now for $2, and in the future, when it's $4, you just eat your $2 peanut butter or whatever, and nothing ever happens. Then you're great.
Yeah, but usually something does happen, is what my experience is, and because that's when I've got what I need, whether it's a hurricane, whether some pipe busted, whatever it is that happens, I've already got something set up for me. But I'm always seeing everybody else run into the store. So
Right.
it shows that they did have the need, they just didn't prepare ahead of time. There's always that opportunity when something goes wrong that you might have, anywhere from a day to 2 weeks without access to what you usually have.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because our grandparents didn't have a store to run to.
No.
And I used to love to go to my granddad's house, because they lived in a city, but he had this huge backyard. And it's crazy how I had my backyard set up. I got my backyard set up just like my granddad's did. On the left side of his yard, he took this whole lot and planted all this food. And he would grow some of everything. And I remember his backyard was so big that he didn't have cows, but his neighbor had cows. And one day, I was a little boy. One day, one of the calves got out and got loose, and they were on horseback. We were trying to find this calf and everything. This calf was in my granddaddy's garden. I had run that past that garden 18,000 times and didn't see that calf. But that's how big this garden was. When you're a kid, everything is big to you.
Well, yeah, where I grew up, there was nothing but cows, and usually we had to stop if we saw them on the road because we didn't want anybody plowing into them with a cart could kill us.
Right.
We had to stop and say, "Hey, your cow's out."
Exactly. Or you out there rounding them, but like, "Hey, come on, hey, cow, come on." You're getting them off the road for them.
No.
Peggy said, "My grandmother always can plan for the next Great Depression." Yeah, and see, we've lost that. We've lost that planning for the next Great Depression because it could happen.
Well, I remember lots of slurs at the older generations that they were old-fashioned, they were old-timers, they were just pretty much outdated. We didn't need to listen, so I think that might have been the part where we lost it.
Yeah, when we started moving to the cities and we had modern grocery stores and we could just go and get stuff every day, yeah, it spoiled us.
Big time.
Big time. All right, so Linda says for sure they need to cook, learn how, but can't even peel potato. Who can't peel a potato? Depression era recipes, sorry.
Those are so good.
Yeah. Quality is down in all natural foods. Oh yeah, quality is down in everything. I mean, when you can't just drink your water, it's a problem,
I don't trust it.
I definitely don't trust it. You can eat it or give it away. That's true, Karen. You can eat it or give it away. That's or trade it. You can trade. I mean, Christienah trades all the time. She's always telling me what she's traded somebody for something.
I traded somebody a lighter for a whole bunch of Snicker bars the other day.
A lighter?
Yeah, for a brand new box. Yeah, just they handed me some with chocolate. I got a barbecue pit. I need a lighter, so yeah, they handed me this brand new box of chocolate, Snickers ice cream bars, and just asked me for a lighter. I was like, deal.
I'm sure you got as many lighters as I do. You'd be like, here, take one.
Yeah, well, once I got the fire starter, I felt a lot more safe about it. It's like, yeah, go ahead, you can have
it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, Miss Grace. Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm late. No,
Miss Grace.
You're never late. You're right on time. And then, living in Texas, we know that Christienah from the hurricanes, and then we don't have gasoline. Food just gets emptied off the shelves. That's anywhere though. All they have to do is say, Virginia, we're going to have a hurricane next week. And if I go to the grocery store to get anything, which
Forget
I
about
don't
it.
really eat anything, but if I go to get anything, there's nothing on the shelves except the stuff that people don't want, which is everything that I want, which is like green beans, corn, tomato.
That Chef Boyardee is gone.
Oh yeah, why is it? Explain this to me, Christina. Why is it when somebody, when the average person says they're going to hurricane prep, why do they go buy a loaf of bread, some eggs, and some milk? Explain that to me.
Well, because most people don't have refrigerators once the power goes off. We start holding barbecues, because we got food thawing in the freezer.
Oh, good. I don't understand that. And the meat, I mean, you go to the grocery store, the meat section is cleaned out, the egg section is cleaned out, and the milk, and the power's going to go out. I don't understand it. I'm like, what are you thinking? Power's going to go out. All your stuff is going to go bad.
I know. And you hear about it.
First thing they'll do, they'll run down here, because in this area, when we had some disasters, they'll give like emergency EBT, the emergency food stamps. Uh-oh, Christina, did we lose you? Oh, come back, Christina. Did we lose you?
I hope not.
There you go. Oh, almost come back to us.
Hey.
Oh, no, you're sporadic. All right, I'll read through some comments. Hopefully you'll come back. All right, let's see here. You guys are rolling through the comments real quick. All right, let's see it. Peggy says, I was teaching a couple of young women to can last summer. You'd be surprised what the younger people are just not being taught. Oh yeah, I mean, I agree, because I don't know how to can. I watch my grandmother, I watch my grand aunts and uncles and all that kind of stuff. They live that way. I never learned it, but I'm sure it's like riding a bike.
I'm just surprised.
Christina, we don't have you. Come back to us. Move your arms. Hold your arms like this or something. Okay, there you go. Yes. No, almost. You're fuzzy. Yeah, I see you waving. You're so fuzzy though. All right, 1 cup flour plus 1 teaspoon of baking powder and water equals fried bread. Yum, yum. It'll feed you and it will fill you up. The internet will wake up more to prayer in this day and age compared to the pre-depression years. I hope so. I'm hoping so. Homestead odds. Last time Florida had a hurricane coming, all the bleach was gone. Oh my goodness. Millet grows in poor soil in as little as 30 days. All right. Facts to know. That's good. Who sent me a private chat? Hold on, let me check this. Oh, you said we have a storm coming. Okay. Okay, Christina, we understand. All right, no problem. Are you back with us?
I hope so.
Yes, you are. We can hear you. All right, so Millie's, yes, it does. Yeah, we got you, Christina.
I'm back.
5 days in poor soil. Yeah. Not school the last time I checked. They don't teach any. Well, I can't say they don't teach anything in public school. When my kids came to me when they were younger, my daughter argued me down one time, and y'all have seen her. God help that child. But she was probably in the 2nd or 3rd grade. And I asked her, I said, baby, what you learned in school today? She said, I learned that the slaves were freed and they went out west for the gold rush. I was like, what? And this child argued me down that was facts. I was like, oh my God, I got to get you out this school ASAP. All right, more cold tolerant. Okay.
I think it's the sexual education bothering me.
You think
elementary? The sexual education in elementary schools, that's bothering me a whole lot.
Yeah, that's rather young, but that's the times we're living in, Christina. Hey, Queenie. Queenie said, "Hello, family. I'm here." All right, 3 feed 6 chickens for 1 day. Melanie has so much information. Thank you, Melanie. We're gonna have to interview you next. I have a fan on now. but it'll be 40 degrees tomorrow morning when I get up, and raining, and then goes down into the 30s tomorrow night. Yep, this weather is absolutely crazy. Laugh out loud. Yes, only teach your kids information, not misinformation. Good point.
Mhm.
Homestead, Australia. Yes. All right, so guys, make sure you please go and hit the like button for me. I know most of you guys are already subscribed, but if you have not subscribed and if you're brand new here, please subscribe to our channel. Go check out Christina's channel. Also subscribe to her and watch her stuff because she is very meticulous with all her information. She puts on a really good show as well. All right, so
Thank you.
Linda says, hello, Queenie. Melanie, Australia, she's just speaking to everybody, okay? All right. Cool. So do you guys have any topics that you want to hear me and Christina talk about? I knew we would go for a little bit longer than an hour tonight. So we got about 5 more minutes before we hit the top of the hour. Do you guys have any topics of concern that you want to hear about? Because Christina she can teach you how and tell you how to grow some stuff in containers.
Well, actually, that's very true. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm known for it in my neighborhood. It's just the truth.
Yes. And she did a video not too long ago where she showed you a whole bunch of her stuff that she's growing in containers. So
I did a dish today, and half of the stuff in the dish was from my garden.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had this huge purple carrot. I mean, it was like over a foot long and like 2 inches wide.
What was it?
Huge purple carrot. It's a purple carrot.
Oh, wow. Really?
Mm-hmm. I got this colored variety. Like you, instead of orange, they grow purple, white, yellow, and red.
Oh, wow. And doesn't your stuff, when you grow it yourself, doesn't it taste so much better?
Oh my goodness. The peas for one. Yeah, everything is so much better.
Yeah.
When I cut my dill herbs right off the plant and put it right in the pot that I'm cooking, or whatever, man, it is just unbelievable. You can't get that you just can't get that anywhere else.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we got a question from Miss Grace. Miss Grace said, and she's asking to Homestead Ozzy, how close are you guys to the volcano that happened? I'm trying to think. Australia. I'm thinking about global geography now. New
Zealand is east of Australia.
Northeast. New Zealand is east of Australia. So I don't know how close they are. I think New Zealand is
not that far.
It's not that far, really?
No, not that far at all. I'd say if you skipped a couple of states between Texas and Florida, it's not not that far from each other.
Karen, that's a great question. Let me show you how to regrow celery. Okay.
Great question. Remember, wide pots, not deeps for the roots. That's one. Okay. And if you get it if you cut it to say 2 or 3 inches from the roots where the base is, that'll work. But he can show you too.
That's how you regrow celery. You cut it at the bottom. Okay. I usually put it in water and it just starts growing.
That looks like it's ready to plant.
Yeah, it is. And I thought this one had died on me, but it actually started growing. So, and that's but
you want to get that,
huh?
Before you get root, but you want to watch out, because you don't want to get root rot.
True. Yeah, so I'll put it in some soil tonight. I sure will. So that's how you start them. I usually plant them. Now, what did you say? You say your container needs to be wide, not deep. What did you say?
That's right. The container needs to be wide because of the way the roots grow. The ones I was growing were not really interested in going so deep, or a skinnier, deeper pot would have worked. But I mean, I needed more of a barrel. A barrel contains, at least a round and a little depth to it, so that it had room to spread out. Yeah.
Gotcha. I have an idea, but I want to see it step by step. Oh, you want to see it step by step? Okay, well, there are plenty of YouTube videos out there will show you how to do stuff. Okay.
You should also check your local flea markets out for certain plants, trees, like blueberry vines when they come into season, because it's easier when you have a tree, like a lemon tree that's already 3 or 4 years old and it's ready to produce versus planting it from seed. And you can get them at an amazing price, cheaper than Walmart.
True.
And in way better condition.
Yeah, very true. All right, so Homestead said the volcano is in New Zealand and Australia, and Australians were killed. Sad. It's a bad earthquake and volcano country near us. Yeah, uh, we actually had some people that were here from Virginia that were on the mountain when it blew or erupted, and they got out and they're in the hospital now. So yeah, it was serious. Hi, yes, I am full of it. But I stay in the shadows. All right, cool. Thank you, Melody. We appreciate that. I need to get really small containers of Crisco, either to cook with or to make candles with, and vegetable oil. And Christina, you were telling about what is
I
that?
think I think she meant Velveeta.
Oh, Velveeta. They make small packages, long shelf life. Yep. Yeah, she said they were individually packed now. Goodbye, guys. Sorry, I missed the rest. All right, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you always chiming in. Go, Christina. Yeah, Christina's the bomb. Feel yourself planting it so I can see it. Okay, Karen, I will do that. Now, I will do that for you. I sure will. I haven't had too many good fortunes with planting the herbs and the celeries and things like that. But I will do that for you, Karen. I sure will.
You want to plant it up, I think, to where the new growth. Like you had your base. I think you're supposed to
really?
fill the dirt up around to where and where the new
all the
growth
way up to where it's growing.
Yeah, where you had originally cut the base and.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do that tonight too. I'll record it for you, Karen. I'll record it and I'll do a video just for you. Let me put this over here
just for you
before I kill it. Yeah, just for you, Karen. I will do that. That's good. That gives me another video to produce.
See?
You're welcome. Christina, you are so pretty. Yes, Christina's gorgeous.
Aww. Thank you, Miss Queenie.
Yes.
Really appreciate that. Got some wonderful family members here.
We have some awesome family. I will have to look up on my phone a crack channel with the 3D earthquake that shows all the earthquakes as they are happening at the moments all over the planet and volcanoes, and then I can write it down. Really? I didn't even know that existed. So there's a website that you can pull up and it'll show all the earthquakes and volcanoes that are going on?
Even ones that have unrest. And I really think that the next 24 hours, the volcano should definitely be monitored.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's see here. Melody says, I know I am not family, not expecting to be, just a frustrated gardener. So, Melody, let me ask you a question. Are you a subscriber? And have you taken the family oath yet? If you haven't taken the oath, then you're not family, but I can swear you in tonight. Melody Lines, if you're on this channel with us, then you're a family. You're the Prepper family with us.
Everything happens for a reason.
There you are. You are family, Melody.
Divine providence. You
don't have Crisco here, but I'm sure you have shortening. I am very sure that there's some lard somewhere on the continent of Australia. I am sure.
Butter Crisco is where it's at in my house.
Yeah, I've been buying it too, and I keep every time I go to the store, I keep forgetting what's the long candle tape. Y'all said the taper candles. Is that what they're called? The long candles, the long skinny ones.
I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, I don't either. But I've been meaning to do it because I've been wanting to burn one for like a month just to see what happens and see how long it lasts. Because I've been buying these 3 pounds shortening cans. As a matter of fact, in Aldi they had them for, it was 3 pounds for I think $3.49. So to me that seemed a little cheap. Yeah. All right, I'm gone now. Just showed Wayne your chat, but you guys are great, good chat. See you soon. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Homestead out.
And just stick around because you guys keep saying you're gonna leave, but you keep sticking around. So keep sticking around. Love your joy, Roderick. Not a know-it-all either. Studied this stuff a long time. No, you're not coming off as a know-it-all either. And we look, this is almost kind of like church around here. We give you the freedom and the liberties of doing whatever as long as you're not cursing and you're not hurting anybody's feelings. Other than that, those are really only two rules. And you must like the video. That's like an unwritten rule. But other than that, we really don't have too many rules.
Well, we have a thing where everybody has their own skills and we kind of bring everything that each of us has to the table. So, you know, what I might know, you might know something different that's just as relevant, and you bring it's just important, just really gives us a better perspective.
I totally agree. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Christienah. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Christienah. I have a very small child swimming pool with a hole in it from the tornado that I'm going to make into a herb garden in the spring. That's a great idea, Linda. Look at you being resourceful.
Yes, you know, you think that there are a lot of things that people throw away that they could actually turn into gardening things.
And look at it like this. You could use it now as a greenhouse. Grow some stuff, turn it over, and it's a greenhouse right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You could, depending on the material, but I'll tell you, those air mattresses, they eventually the seams come loose and you can't really inflate them.
Right.
That's a tarp.
It is.
Okay.
That could be your shower curtain once it gets old and you want to throw it out. That's a tarp.
My goodness.
Great.
Don't go throwing stuff away.
Yes, repurpose and reuse everything, and see if the economy switches and it starts getting worse. You'll find some ways of repurposing and reusing. I guarantee it.
My grandma always said you had to work with what you had. That's what it was like. I had a side that was well off and the other one was very poor. So yeah, you work with what you got. You make it work.
Miss Gray says, well, church people time to collect the offering.
And to sow a seed.
If you want to sow a seed, go to my homepage and get my PayPal and sow a seed. There you go.
Me too. I've got PayPal.
Yeah, Christienah does have PayPal. I think if we think of the what ifs and then prioritize them according to cheap and easy to expensive to hard, then I think it would help most people to prep.
Depends on the area.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
To you for your area, what you need. But yeah.
But just remember the basics, everybody. Okay, the BBBs of prepping: Band-Aids, beams, bullets. Okay, Band-Aids, beams, bullets. That's the BBBs of prepping. You got to be able to repair yourself if something happens. You got to be able to eat, and I always throw water in there. And you got to be able to you got to be able to protect yourself. And it might not even be bullets in your area. It might be knives. It might be slingshots. It might be bow and arrow. I mean, I don't know, but figure it out. Think about, and that's why I'm really happy that we're doing the colony. Oh my gosh, the colony is getting so good to me. I watched episode 5 today. I have realized how good episode 5 was. Oh, I wanted to go watch episode 6 so bad, but I held off. I watched episode 5 twice.
So when are we getting quizzed on that one?
It's starting to heat up. It's really starting to heat up. And I know you've seen it. You've kind of
yeah. Overproductive lady, I guess. I don't know. But you know what I was thinking about is, like, say we're in the situation where everybody's had to scatter into their go zones, right, for safety. Right. We're going to make these traps, but I wonder how many people think about the fact they might accidentally walk into some of these traps, right? Tripwires, that they're just hunting for food.
Right. Yeah, oh gosh. My biggest thing is always been civil unrest, because that's really something you really can't prep for, You gotta be able to get out. And oh god, I forgot all about the chat over here.
You gotta have back routes, and it's really nice to at least have a go bag, maybe a motorcycle, and in my case, this RV. I don't have to pack anything. I just need to hook it up and let's go.
Very true. Yep. All right, so let's see here. Yes, the leader, laugh out loud. Earthquakes, yes. This that was the channel that I saw the Meteor coming down over St. Louis. Oh, not long. Oh, wow. Is that the one? Okay. I wish I had saved that now. Oh my, it's holding on by a string. Wait till 2020. If nothing happens by the end of 2020, then hold on because it's going to be a wild ride and a circus.
I think so too.
I believe so.
I think that we're getting close. Basically, again, I don't think it's just a sudden economic thing. I think it's one of these steady things that's happening.
I agree. And I also believe that we really need to take this election extremely serious, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care. But looking at the last election and how that came out and seeing how everything is moving toward this one, guys, be aware of what's going on. Okay? Because there are a lot of, on both sides, there are a lot of fanatics out there on both sides. And I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something. Be aware of what's going on, okay? And watch your surroundings.
All yeah, right. if there was a civil unrest, I'd want to wait 3 days before going outside.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to make myself as gray man and as invisible as possible. I don't want to be seen by anybody.
Wait, those things just quiet down a little bit.
I need y'all to go out there and do whatever y'all doing for quite some time before I get involved. Taper candles. Okay, that's what they're called. I got to get some of those. Yes, Karen, me too. Cool. Well, Christiana, we've been rolling about an hour and 10. I mean, seems like everybody's engaged. You want to keep going, or you're done? I know you gotta bake bread and you gotta cook upside pineapple cakes and you gotta fix some macaroni and cheese and.
Well, I can definitely go on for another 20 minutes.
All right, cool.
Sure.
All right, we'll do 20 more minutes and then we'll call it a night. How do you keep your skin and your complexion so lovely? What do you do?
Well, I think that some of it is because I live in a humid environment, mm-hmm. Where people can come to Houston, they feel like they're drowning while I live in a lot of water. But I eat foods with like natural oils in them. I don't suntan ever. I'm not afraid to use an umbrella in really ridiculously sunny weather, even if it is a teenage mutant ninja umbrella, you have to. Oh, and I also started using anti-wrinkle creams at 21, as preventative. I've always been proactive about taking care of myself. Natural oils. Oh, and listen, oil of Olay Regenerist serum. Don't get the lotion. You gotta look close at one word, serum. Oh my goodness, total miracle worker. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I asked.
Listen, I'm telling you, go out and get that. You'll be surprised.
Because Karen really is 78 years old. Y'all just didn't realize that.
See, I should be interviewing her.
I said Karen. I meant Christina. I said Karen. I meant Christina. Christina is 78. Y'all just didn't know that. She just looks 20. I'm ready to eat. I'm coming, Christina. Make an extra plate for me. I don't. You know what? I don't know what Christina's cooking tonight, but every time I talk to her, she's cooking up like a whole smorgasbord of everything.
Oh my goodness! I made a curry turmeric rice with potatoes. It really what ended up was like a lime curry kind of thing going on with cilantro. It's really good.
Oh, tell them about the cilantro. I'm glad you said that.
Cilantro. Cilantro is not only delicious and used in, Texas, Southern American, and UK dishes, but it also takes the heavy metals out of water. Like if you just, dipped cilantro in your glass for about 10 minutes. But, for me, I'd want to plant it around water, somehow. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, I'm on a live stream. Can I get back to you? All righty. I love you, girl. Sorry, y'all. He's not home. Oh, he might be home. Never mind. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good. No problem. No problem. I do use a shower curtain. Okay, I do use a shower curtain, and I have a really heavy cloth, large patio umbrella right now, propped up over some of my big plants with a grow light under it, which will be turned on tomorrow. Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Love to meet everyone. I would love to meet everyone too. Maybe in the future we will set up a gathering somewhere. And since everybody seems to be majority in Texas, we may have to travel to Texas.
Hey,
I'm just
now
saying.
that's uh-huh.
'Cause most of our family lives in Texas. I think myself and Zark Muckerberg are the only two in Virginia. Poor Karen is up in Connecticut by herself. Miss Grace is down in Florida. I can't think of anybody else is in Florida. Homestead Ozzy, they're way in Australia. Oh my gosh. Let me think. Knife collectors in Arkansas, which is not too far from Texas. I
No,
haven't,
not far out.
yeah, I haven't heard from. He hadn't chimed in that much tonight.
No, he came in though.
Yeah, he came in earlier.
Can I tell you a gripe I have? They call the Caribbean the Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
It just drives me crazy. We had an earthquake down there pretty good in the Caribbean earlier today. That's why I mentioned it. And I was just thinking, man, I hate it when people call it the Caribbean. Just sounds wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Well, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Okra,
Hey,
okra.
I got my chance to say it. I feel much better.
Oh goodness. All right. Women use all kind of leftover scrap material clothing to make quilts. That's true. They had
Mm-hmm.
queen bees, where they all went together and did it and had a barn rising and helped with crops.
Barn raising.
I'm sorry, yeah, barn raising and help with crops. That's true. I mean, and we have to learn to be as resourceful. And those old quilts, oh my God, I remember my grandmother having one of those quilts. You couldn't lift that thing as a kid. It was so heavy. And
Oh.
you get up under it, it was so warm, and it wasn't even warm, it was hot. It was hot. Yep. Karen said, yeah, we need to get back to the old way of life. Christina's southern voice came. Yeah, did you hear when the person came and knocked on the door? She was like, I'm in here doing a live stream. It did come out. I wasn't gonna say anything, but since the family noticed it.
Hey, we can all be honest here.
That's true. And when I get excited, you guys will hear the Texan come out of me as well. Big Texas, that's right. Yes, Karen, that is why I want my land so we can gather and learn to help each other. Yes. My dream is for us, for me to get a huge plot of land and we all just come together. I think that would be amazing. Christina said she had a
bow. A bow. Like a suitor.
Like a what?
Like a suitor. A beau, boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna say anything about it because I know that was private information. But you started talking about it, and
No, it's okay. You asked, and I told you, yeah, I've been a little distracted.
oh, that's from Knife Collector. Oh, Knife Collector. That's why he's been quiet. He's been sitting around crying. Oh my goodness, poor Knife Collector.
I'll let you know if things don't work out. How about that?
All right. You hear that, Knife Collector? All right, so he saw a lot of this. So I want to mention it. When buying gear, research people buy the wrong and expired items, true, such as people buy old gas masks and expired filters and think they are protected. That is true. Buyer beware, especially when you're buying on eBay. Texas, it is. Hi, Knife Collector. Christina said it right. Caribbean. That's how we say it in Jamaica. And
Miss Grace would know. She would. Mm-hmm.
That she's from the Caribbean.
Thanks for having my back, Miss Grace. Love you, girl.
Christina, how long is your RV and do you have a truck to pull it?
Well, my trailer is, I think, 28 by 8, but it has a pop out. And I made sure that I got a ball hitch because, look, where I live, there are nothing but trucks, honey. I got plenty of friends that'll come and pull it for me.
There you go.
Ain't no shortage of trucks where I'm.
Not in Texas. JK, hello, JK. Welcome, welcome. We missed you. Yes. All right, so Miss Grace says, Night Collective, fill out an application. I'll put in a good word for you. I censor myself even on this channel. I censor myself on this channel all the time, especially when I'm doing videos in these stores and I want to say some words that I can't say. I censor myself. Anyway, let me read what you said. On the channel, I know a lot of what's going on to happen because I'm psychic, but I don't want to upset anyone. I need to protect myself too. That is true. You need to protect yourself at all times. This is not like a professional boxing match. You got to protect yourself at all times.
Spiritual warfare.
It is that. Very much so. Because we are wrestling against some unseen dangers. Now, I meant to ask you earlier, do you like this point of view or do you like this one better?
I like that you toggle between them.
Oh, you're okay, cool.
Yeah, I like them both.
All right, sweet. I like them both too.
When it's relaxed, you can be like pulled back, and then when you want to be like asking intense questions, you just go into it. Be like, Christienah.
All right, so let's try it real quick. Let's see. So, Christienah.
Yes.
I feel silly. I feel so silly. So, Christienah, how many trees do you have currently? Because you just said you traded a tree for something. How many trees do you have now?
Oh, well, he hasn't come and got him yet. I got the honey, though. But currently, I have 4, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are they all avocado?
2 avocado, 2 lemon.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. You do have a lemon tree. I forgot you had lemon trees. Do you know all my little lemon buds fell off? I'm not, this is my first time growing citrus. So I think I watered it too much. And anyway, yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah, you do.
And that's why you got to start learning. That's why you got to start growing stuff now so you can go through the learning curve while things are good. Because see,
how big is the pot?
I need to repot it. It's in the same pot that it came in. I need to repot it.
If it needs more room, you're gonna lose leaves and buds, not just buds, leaves. It's true.
I know, because I'm losing them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to repot it now because it's cold.
It needs a bigger pot, honey. It'll keep the roots warmer anyway with the more soil and the bigger pot.
You sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
All
and
right,
you can still, always protect your tree with a tarp.
They're inside anyway, so.
Okay, see, then you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
I brought a bigger pot.
In my I had 7. This is the first year lime tree for me. I had 7 limes on it, and they started falling off too. I think I overwatered it too. I finally read the instructions on how to take care of your citrus. I was like, oh, during the winter months, I'm supposed to let them dry out. Okay. Reading is fundamental.
I notice I always have to water my plants, all of them, way less in the winter time.
Okay, cool. All right, so Miss Grace says, I'm laughing out loud at y'all zooming in. Okay, there you go. We're zoomed in again. Dun, dun, dun. All right, until 5 years ago, I had no wrinkles, and I look 20 years younger. Moisturizer helps, but we sweat so much in Texas, that won't stay on my face. Christina's right. The humidity plumps up. Okay. I heard buds and leaves. What are we growing? We're growing lemons and limes.
What God gave us is what we're growing.
That was the point I was making. Start growing stuff now while things are good, because like with my little lemon tree, even though I had like 30 or 40 buds on it and they all fell off, I can run down here to Kroger and go get me some lemons. Okay, so start learning to grow things now while you can still get things, and then when you get your craft to the point where you're skilled and you need it in the future, you already got it. You already know what to do. Start doing stuff now, people. You have to. All right, JK said, remember to keep your mind agile and flexible, y'all. Anything is possible. Very good point, JK. Hello, Miss Grace. We got about 7 more minutes, so ask your question. This is the rapid fire round. Ask questions now. This is rapid fire and anything goes. And if you ask a question that neither one of us want to answer, we'll just say pass. So ask your question. Christienah, what's your favorite color?
Green, emerald green.
Turmeric is good, really good for anti-inflammatory for your joints. Thank you, Miss Linda.
I just bought some the other day. Yep.
I personally think Alaska is a great place to be when SHTF hits because no one want to be cold and snow. They will want to migrate. Florida is the worst place, man. I laugh out loud. I agree with you. And I've been trying to convince Jennifer to move to Alaska. And she told me not no, but explicitive no. Okay. Linda, will it work for arthritis too? Questions. What do you think will happen in 2020? I think that we're going to be in for it. If we get to the election, I think it's going to be something with this. I just got a gut feeling that this election is going to be, I don't even want to speak it. I think it's going to be a mess around this election. That's why I'll leave it at that. I really
a lot of circus.
Yeah. Well, I know it's going to be a circus. I'm just hoping that everybody behaves. And I don't have a dog in a fight, so I don't really, well, I do kind of care, but not that much. Yes, I meant to say arthritis. Okay, cool. JK says Alaska is asking, ha ha ha, right? I've been talking to her for months, JK, about moving to Alaska. Yes, I've been talking to her. And not every place in Alaska is cold, I don't think. All right, so Christienah, what color are your eyes?
Amber.
Amber?
Mm-hmm.
How tall are you? Because Christienah's tall. Y'all didn't know this. How tall are you?
5'11".
Christienah's like in heels. She's like 6'5".
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. And I wear them too. You know why? Because I love them. I'm a woman. I just love them. Well, I can't wear them so much with my back, but when I get a chance, yeah, I wear them.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her in her heels.
Mm.
What was a previous occupation that most people don't know you did? I know, but a lot of people don't know.
I was a pharmacy technician for a long time.
I didn't know that. I thought you were going to say the other one, but okay. 2020, it will be unpredictable circus. Stay home and pray. That's good advice, Miss Grace. Night Collector, take notes. Christienah is telling it all. Ask questions, man. I know. I'm the rap. I said this was the rapid fire round, and he hasn't asked one question.
You went far?
Hey, Martha. All right, so Linda, I'm starting to get arthritis, and I don't want to go on medicine for it. Drink a lot of water. It's going to help. It's going to help lubricate your joints. Thanks for the efforts and stream, folks. Y'all have a good night. Hit the like button if you like content. Thank you, JK. All right,
okay.
Christienah, rapid fire round. What does your average day look like? What time do you get up? Go.
8:30 in the morning. I have until about 11 o'clock till my daughter wakes up. She's homeschooled to pretty much hang out with my neighbors, go water my garden, do whatever. And I usually spend a lot of time in the morning researching, just kind of taking a look around the world, see what's going on today. And then I cook lunch, and the day just goes from there. It can go anywhere afternoon. I don't know how, but it just takes its own way afternoon.
Karen said I don't drink lots of water. It's probably why you're getting inflammation and arthritis.
Tea has water in it.
What does?
Tea. Sweet tea. It does.
Oh, goodness. Oh, you say you do drink. Oh, now which one? Do you drink lots of water or do you not drink?
Mm-hmm. That is the question.
It's from wait a minute. Drink water or not drink water? That is the question. It's from my job. Okay, cool. Christienah.
Roderick.
How long have you lived in your RV?
3 years.
What type of location did you live before then? I don't know that answer.
That was I grew up on the coast of Texas. I was from the Crosby Highlands Baytown area, you know. So I just moved north really, but I'm from the southeast coastal kind of side of Houston.
And you've been in the Houston area all your life, right?
Well, once we got out of the army when I was 3.5, yeah.
Okay, that's right. Cause you were born in Germany.
Me? No, no, no. I was born in Liberty, Texas, but my dad was going. I was my dad had gone through basic training, and he had to take 2 months of courses before he could move my mom and I
Okay.
on to the base, and so he only had 1 month left of courses when I was born. So it was just a month later I moved on to the base with my dad.
Okay, gotcha. All right, knife collector, are you here? Is there a knife collector? Uh-oh. Knife collector, you've been summoned.
Knife collector.
Knife collector, we're looking for you. Where are you? Michaela says, my dad wanted my mom to move to Alaska, and she gave my dad about the same response that Jennifer gave you. Laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, you know what? I've been watching, well, I used to watch it all the time. Oh gosh, Alaskan Bush People. For some reason I love that show. And I used to watch Naked and Afraid, but that's such a far-fetched show. It's just silly to me. Oh yeah, Night Collector is busy. He's packing preps. He's not really paying attention to us. Everything he's been getting, he is putting in sealed bags, and he is getting all his stuff together. He's listening, but he is getting his stuff. That's one person on his game all the time. All right, next time interview Knife Collector. You know what? I have tried to get Knife Collector to come on. Okay, Knife Collector, they're asking for you.
You've got a fan base.
You got a fan base, so I mean, are you gonna do it or nah?
Feel the peer pressure.
Does anyone know if you can vacuum pack Oreo cookies for a long time? I don't see why not.
Bet money you could.
I don't see why you couldn't.
My daughter just said you can vacuum pack Twinkies.
Well, you don't really have to vacuum pack Twinkies because they're good for 40 years, you know.
She just said you could, so I'm sure you can do Oreos.
Were y'all here when Jennifer read that story about the Twinkie that was like from 19 whatever it was? It was old, and it still looked the same, and it still. Oh my gosh! Let me bring this crazy guy in.
Hey, how are you doing? Oh.
Oh gosh!
What's up? What's up?
Hey, maybe I think you can put them in jars. Yeah, well, you could put them in jars. Probably not because of the cream. My brother lived in what's that? Juneau, Alaska for 6 months. Came back home and said he can't do it. Oh my goodness. And Knife Collector, I don't know about Oreos because of the cream filling that has probably milk and butter sometimes, blah, 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 go rancid. Okay. You guys are really answering that question. All right, so Paul, you came in doing a rapid fire segment of this show. So let's ask Paul Christienah, ask Paul some questions. Go.
How tall are you?
Totally, man. How do you think? I mean, what was the question?
What's your eye color?
What's my eye color? That all depends on the day. I'm 6'3" on a good day and 6'5" on a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Paul's tall. Good gracious.
What prepping have you done today?
went to Walmart. Woohoo! Yeah, we bought potatoes, and we tried to buy carrots, but you know the carrots. There's a carrot shortage in the Walmart. Yeah. This is like third week in a row with no big. They got little teeny carrots, little baby carrots, but no big carrots.
Wow. Okay.
We've been having problems with spinach for the last 3 or 4 months down here.
Oh, don't worry. You're going to have a spinach shortage right after we have the romaine lettuce shortage. Don't worry.
Yeah, Pi, he's been buying up all the spinach lately, so no more spinach. You know, he's stocking up too. Pi's a prepper. He got his own station now, you know, channel, I think. Yeah, Pi the sailor man. So no more spinach anywhere. Pi, because he's a prepper.
I'm in my yard.
Yeah, I have wild spinach in my yard too. So we were actually about to end, Paul. You came in right in the nick of time. I'm gonna run through the chat and then we're gonna get
Yeah,
out.
we just got back. We just got back from Walmart.
Oh, did you?
Well,
Yes.
did you have a good supply of potatoes that you could see? You know.
Yeah, they had plenty of potatoes. They were actually what, 5 pounds for 99 cents. So I guess the potato truck came in. Oh, Lord, it's too close now. I'm scaring myself.
It feels like the
Holy
brain
mackerel!
It's like.
Woo!
It's the
Okay,
story.
there we go.
All right, let's see here. Linda says, Roger, this is the time of the year to plant trees. Even if you put them in a bigger pot, that's when they need to take off the roots needed. Okay, all right. You guys have convinced me. I will repot these trees. Good gracious.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you got a pretty cool station, Christina. We've been checking your stuff out. I like your end time prophecies and stuff. So keep on. We'll give you a big thumbs up for that. Yeah, I guess everybody thought the CIA got me because I hadn't been on the last 2 days. So yeah, I had to fly to Moscow to meet Putin and have very good conversation. We flew back this morning, so I got plenty of breaking news coming up.
He is only joking, everybody. Okay,
No, I'm not joking. Really got on Gulfstream this morning at the airport and flew way over there.
I'm
I
sure
met Santa Claus. He was coming back, so we didn't bump into him, but we went around the reindeer. So
quite the accomplishment, I must say.
that's all in 48 hours, folks. We eat our Wheaties this morning.
You are so amazing.
Thank you very much. I amaze myself every morning. I mean, when I get out of bed, I amaze myself.
Now, Michaela, I think you're down. And Michaela's in Corpus Christi, I believe. She says she's going through a spinach shortage there too. It's hard for her to get.
Yeah, potatoes. There is a frozen potato shortage. We looked at, if you like tater tots, you're kind of out of luck. Tater tots, French fries, frozen potatoes. They were kind of they were kind of really sketchy the last couple of weeks. So
wow.
So I don't know what's up with that. So
well, the national media announced that we're going to have a French fry shortage. So everybody went out and started buying French fries and tater tots and hash browns.
I guess you're the one that did it. They said Roderick made the big announcement, French fry shortage. Everybody ran at the Walmart. Hurry. They had the buggies like this with the frozen French fries and tater tots and says, whoops, sorry, no more French fries for you.
Hey, it is what it is.
Well, I got to go, y'all.
Yeah, we're out of here. Christina says she's going to give me 20 more minutes. So we're going
to
thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks, Paul, for coming in. Thank you, Christina, so much. And thanks everybody for being in the chat. And we will see you guys on tomorrow night. I'm sure Paul and Adrian are about to go live, so y'all go check them out.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay.
You never know. I might get a call from Trump. He might want me to fly up after the program. So, who knows? So.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Thumbs up. Give him a